Drama. He's like, oh good, Dash is here. And there, that's the trot starting to improve. And then I think I gave you the dressage whip analogy, and if I didn't, I'll show it to you in just a second. But once it starts to tip too much down, good boy, then it's harder to let it, you know, to get it back up. Good for you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. So before you start to feel it get to where it's totally heavy, you know, you have like a second or two where you're like, are you going to stay there or are you going to drag me down? If you get the impression he's going to drag you down, break it up with a turn and change direction right away.
Did you say right now?
No, wherever, if you start to feel it. So you've got, you know, 3 seconds to play with.
There's not much space between there and the poles. So
Yeah, I can roll them out of the way. I think that having to make a tighter circle is actually better. Oh.
Scared the shit out of him.
I was watching. It didn't look that bad, at least. Whew. Sorry, Cody Bodie.
You're fine.
Yeah, good with your body. Stretch taller. Good. Drop your hands away, or arms away from your shoulders. There, good boy. What a good monkey. And that's fine, right there. No lower than that, Cody Bodie. Yep. And I think he also needs the occasional, like, half halt on the inside rein and then almost drop it and let him go. Which is essentially the same thing that the tight rollback does. Oh, I love your position in this direction, Heather. Really good job.
He's busy now.
Yeah, good boy. There. This right here is great. And then he starts to get a little heavy. As long as he's not dragging you down, try the half halt and let go. If it starts to feel like he's teetering and getting too much on the forehand that he can't rock himself back, then you're going to do it for him by making the change of direction. Good. Good boy. Steady, steady outside rein. Imagine that you've got a strap over there that you are hanging on to and your hand cannot move. Good. Good boy.
But not full. Oh, okay.
Yep, yep. And then just make the turn. And ideally make that turn with a lot of your outside aids, and that's where the challenge is going to be for you because you're not used to using that leg. But think very similarly to the square turn exercise at the walk, and I know it's exponentially harder at the trot, but think about those aids coming into play as you make that turn back so that he's relying and riding into your outside rein and no longer leaning on that inside rein. Good. So lift him up with the inside here and then let it go for a second. Good. And when you lift it up, your inside shoulder is going to lift and come back with you to engage your mid-back. Good boy. Atta girl. Yeah, good. So you can even open that inside rein, and it's almost like a neck rein, like you're riding Western when you do it, because you're just not going to give him something to lean against. And it feels a little ugly because they giraffe and they shorten their stride, but you're going to kind of be able to lift him up and move him shoulders first around the turn, which is going to cause him to sit back onto his hind end. Good job. He's like, his middle point where he looks the best is like his hack winning hunter trot, which I think is a good place to focus. Good boy, let him